Hi, my name is Charlie Puzzo Jr. My father was Charlie Puzzo, who owned the Penthouse Jazz Club in Seattle, Washington from 1962 to 1968. And I'm here to talk about the Verve release of Ramsey Lewis. My dad was born in Hartford, Connecticut in 1922. He joined the Navy when World War II came around, and he went out on the USS Birmingham, where in the Pacific they were torpedoed, and he was given the Purple Heart. Sent home, he decided to move to Seattle, where his brother Joe was. He started tending bar there and saved up enough money to open a tavern. When he was successful with the tavern, he decided to open the Penthouse. This club was opened in 1962, right around the beginning of the Seattle World's Fair. So the Penthouse was in the Reliance building, which was on around First and Cherry in Seattle. It was a big bank building, and they were on the bottom floor. The Penthouse held about 225 people, and especially on a night out, it was a dress-up affair at the Penthouse. You would see people in white shirts and black ties. There would be small tables situated between 2 and 4 people around each table. You'd be set around a baby Steinway piano that was kind of in the back of the room. It was a beautiful interior, had brick all around it, and they were talking in the beginning when they first were building out the Penthouse as a club. When they brought in the baby Steinway and started, testing the acoustics in the room, everyone said, please don't cover up these bricks. The way that the room was situated, it was just that magical thing that they really didn't have to put any real sound dampening into the room. It was just a magical room altogether. At a time in the 60s when there was a lot of tension in the country, you had people of all races and mixes kind of getting together there, whether it be a doctor and a dock worker or superintendent at a school and a grocery clerk. They were all there to see the music, and it made it a very eclectic group of people, a mixed group of people that we really never had any issues. It was a place to go and listen to music. A lot of the times when these jazz artists would come to town, my mother and father would have them over for dinner. If my dad was cooking, then it was gonna be Sicilian style food. It's gonna be gravy and sausage and peppers. My dad would have the artists sign some photos that were taken when they were at the club. Ramsey Lewis would put, thanks Charlie, it was a gas. So that's kind of like an inside joke between them because he liked my dad's cooking. I think from an early age, I was always a huge fan of all music. And when I discovered that these recordings were in our home, I would sneak into my dad's nice hi-fi and load these up on the reel-to-reel, and I would sit and listen to this music. And now to see all these years later that everyone else is able to enjoy this, it's just a snapshot of probably some of the greatest moments in jazz history. When we started to get serious about releasing music from the Penthouse, we started looking at the tapes, of course. These tapes were made in the 60s, and opening them up was scary. Tape can dissolve and deteriorate over time. Luckily, all the tapes survived. It was just a matter of really being careful, and as they go through the reel, maybe for the last time, we get a solid recording out of them. And then it was the geniuses at mastering who made these incredible, just right off the reel recordings to something that you really can respond to. So I am now holding for the first time a physical copy of the album. The idea has always been to have these releases feel like something that you would have maybe gotten in the 60s. Yeah, this is amazing. Let's open this up. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, so we have Ramsey Lewis here at the Penthouse, and you'll see there's the brick wall that made the sound so amazing in this room. There's the baby Steinway. This is kind of remarkable how beautiful this. I've never seen a color photo of this. October 10th is side 1 and October 17th is side 2. The Breeze and I, My Ship. This is fantastic. We have an insert. It's a tag from the club, and it would have a number on it, a table number. So if you were a charter member, you get a certain table. It was like a keychain fob. Then there's a little shot of the exterior of the Penthouse. All right. And yeah, here we go. The beautiful blue label. I love it. I think what's special about the Penthouse recordings, what I feel is the most endearing thing about releasing these now, is you really feel like you're in the club. The building that the Penthouse was in, they decided to terminate his lease in 68, 69. There's some radio interviews that I've listened to of my dad when that happened. I've only heard stories, and this is my way to take a little time trip into that special moment. And when it's mastered and done the way that Verve's done it, well, then you're there. To have this now last forever. I mean, I'm listening to some records in my collection that are over 100 years old. Maybe 100 years from now, someone else is listening to music from the Penthouse in 1962.